Rob.
Tony. And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. And today there's a few things I want to cover before we hit into the rank 13 to 12. I guess we could start it and then we'll talk about it. And volume might be too loud. We also had complaints that our in-game volume was a bit too loud, so I'll turn. Oh, what the fuck? It's already at like 10. All right, never mind. Well, I did what I could. Anyway, apparently there's a difference between donations from PayPal and fan funding from YouTube. I had no idea that there was even two options in the first place on our page until someone had left a comment and it said like supported next to their name with a little heart. And I'm like, what does this mean? I like this supported. It looks cool. I want my shit to say that too. So I looked into what that meant, and it meant that they had supported the page somehow. And I'm like, well, donating on PayPal doesn't do that. And apparently on our page there's this thing called fan funding, which is like midway down our page that, again, I didn't even know it was there. I mean, I knew it was there, but I thought it was just through PayPal and not YouTube's thing. It looks like YouTube has their own sort of PayPal thing. Anyway, moral of the story, there was 2 donations that I had missed through players donating on the fan funding. So I just want to say thank you for that very much. We're not going to be doing anything this turn. I think we can just bash or slam this next turn. We'll bash on turn 3 and then we'll play Despite on 4, or if not, we'll just coin out the Despite on 3. Or we just coin slam now, but that just seems bad because then we have no follow-up. We actually coin revenge, but then again, that doesn't feel good either, so we'll just do nothing. So I just want to say thank you. I don't really know who you are because under the fan funding on our YouTube, it doesn't specify a name of who actually donated. It just gives an amount. So I can't, you know what I mean? There's not much leeway for me to call you out and say thank you very much. But the donation was fairly large, and I just want to thank you if you're watching this. Also, we have Magni. Do you see this? Do you see this awesomeness? And this is because we actually had a donation on PayPal specifically asking me to buy Magni, and it was from Fuseman. So thank you, Fuseman. Much appreciated. Warrior is my favorite class to play, and when you use this guy's passive, it's like a cool hammer coming down, and I just think that's so awesome. And I just want to thank you a lot for that because it's really, really cool. So turn 2, what do we got going on here? I think we're just gonna slam off the Knife Juggler. There's no reason to coin into the bash yet. The slam does it. We don't really need to draw. I mean, we have a Belcher on the horizon. We've got a weapon here, and we also have Brawl. So there's really no reason to worry about it. 2 from Leper Gnome isn't going to hurt us every turn, but we're going to have to deal with this eventually, whether it's going to be from Avenge, attacking into his weapon, or bashing it. Of course he gets Huffer. Why would he get anything else? So we're just going to bash that Huffer down. And, geez, man, this Leper Gnome has put in so much work. By now it'll put in 6 damage. It's insane. 6 damage, 1 drop, and it's automatically going to Death Rattle deal 2 more. Should be a 1-1. Like, no doubt this card should be a 1-1. Alright, so we're just going to play the Despite, and then that's cool, so we can actually coin out Shield Maiden. So we're going to kill that Mad Scientist, and whatever he plays next turn, we'll go ahead. The Whirlwind from our Despite will be able to deal with this Leper Gnome, which has been dealing quite a hefty amount of damage to us thus far. And also, because of the donation to get Magni is why I'm playing Control Warrior from rank 13 to 12 in celebration of getting this really dang skin. Alright, so we can actually just develop the Belcher, or we could coin into the Shield Maiden. Or we could just play Death Lord and passive, and I think this is a little bit stronger right now as we want to fit in as many passives as possible. Also, attacking with our weapon to kill that Leper Gnome really doesn't make sense because I could pop a Bear Trap, and we don't want to do that. We don't plan to attack anytime soon. We're basically just going to win this game through beating this guy in fatigue. I'm going to hope that this is a Frozen Trap, so we can play the Death Lord, and then it'll just get returned to our hand, and we can play it later on in the game, which seems pretty good. Actually, we could attack this. I'm thinking it's Bear Trap and then killing that, but it's fine. We're just going to kill the Beast. Okay. I guess we can play the Belcher coin passive. We've already shown that he already used his Iron Beak, so he's going to have to get past the Belcher some way. And we'll just go from there. He's going to have to use his weapon and his Leper Gnome to get past that Belcher. And then it still gives us a 1-2 taunt. We could have killed the Leper Gnome, but I really don't think it's that big of a deal. He quick-shotted. He doesn't draw one because his hand, you know, it's not empty, so he doesn't get that secondary ability. I wonder what he's going to do here. Obviously, I think he's going to attack face with that weapon. He has some sort of plan up his sleeve, unless he's just going to swing into there and use his passive. We're down to 12, but it doesn't feel that bad because we do have the shield main in his hand. If we draw a shield block, we're fine. We also didn't pop that secret that didn't give him the durability on the Glaive Zuka, so it's perfectly fine. Not really worried about it. Okay, so here, I'm assuming that this is going to be probably like a bear trap or something. Oh, no, it's going to be an explosive, and I really don't want to take... Yeah, I don't feel like taking extra damage. We're just going to pass. I guess using our passive there could have been fine, and then Shield Maiden passive the following turn, but if we draw just a card, then we can't play her. So I figured just doing this is fine. I'm going to assume this last card in his hand is maybe a kill command, but we'll find out. Boomerino. We're going to swing with our weapon first, just in case it's a bear trap. Alright, so it's an explosive, which is expected. We definitely need to armor up every single turn. There's not a doubt about that, so that's why I can't play Boom. I'd just rather develop another weapon. Drawing into Shield Block is good, as we have 2 of them in the deck. Drawing into a Bash, drawing into Justicar, drawing into basically any of our armor up abilities will be this guy's demise. Even another Shield Maiden as we run 2 of those. So there's a lot of outs that we can draw into. A lot of outs. There's the second Shield Maiden. So I'm going to kill off our Death Lord here, and that's only because of Unleash the Hounds. So I'm actually going to swing with the Shield Maiden, play another Shield Maiden, armor up, and then we're going to swing for 4, and we're going to actually be pushing lethal next turn. And I doubt he's going to be able to push 13 damage with only 2 cards in his hand unless he runs double Leroy, somehow innervates out, and Blessings of Might some shit. I don't see it. So there's Unleash the Hound, so he would have made 3 of those, and there's the kill command, which we expected it to be last turn. He actually could have lived a bit longer if he decided to kill the 5-5 and swing maybe 2 hounds into the 5-2. Even though he wouldn't have pushed face damage, he wouldn't have died. Like, you could have played to live longer, and knowing your deck and knowing my luck, I wouldn't have drawn into any more armor up abilities. But that's the way Face Hunter thinks, you know? You just gotta go face, and you just kind of, you know, it doesn't work out, you just concede. Why make trades and live longer when you can just go face? So we actually just need 1 more game, then we're ranked 12. How exciting. If you guys, you won't see the videos, but me and Tony were actually making this video at the office a day or 2 ago, and we just couldn't get to rank 12. No matter what we did, we could not get to rank 12. It was like the hardest rank ever. Alright, so we're going to be playing Paladin. I can only assume he's playing Secret Paladin or Cancer Paladin, and either way, I think we keep the Revenge because of... We're just going to keep it. I'm scared of Muster for Battle. It does well against that. Brawl's nice. Harrison Jones, probably not the best card we could have drawn. Maybe like a Death Lord would have been cool. War Axe is always something you look for in your opening hand. So I think this is pretty strong against basically any of the Paladin classes besides the Harrison Jones in my hand. So we're just going to passive here. We could have thrown down the War Axe, but then that tells him we have the War Axe. So maybe he'll play like a Knife Juggler here in theory because he doesn't think we have the War Axe. Because most warriors develop it almost immediately on turn 2 if they have the ability to. But holding back makes your opponent think you don't have it, and then you can kind of bait them into it. But I mean, that's kind of standard warrior play, is to hold on to the War Axe. So I mean, it could go either way. It's always hard to tell with a warrior. And you also can tell by their skins. So if like you see a player that has a skin, you can only assume they play Hearthstone enough to want that skin, and they basically hoping, you hopefully, well, you base your plays off like at the beginning of the game of their skin. So like let's say I'm playing against, you know, a warrior, he has a Magni skin, I would hold my War Axe, so I would play around him having the War Axe. But, you know, some players are just bad when they buy the skin, they don't have the War Axe, and, you know, you made a mistake. But either way, you can overthink things or you can underthink things, and I always seem to overthink them. I overestimate my opponent's abilities, and then I, like, play myself out of the win. It's really strange, but it happens so many times. Alright, so it looks like he's playing Murloc Paladin from the start, or maybe a mid-range, and he's it's a bit slower. So I think we're gonna We could War Axe kill off one of these passive, but killing off one of these doesn't really, you know, if I wish he would have mustered, because then I have a reason to revenge. But like killing off 1/1s with my War Axe just doesn't feel that great. But doing nothing doesn't feel that great either, because we have no play going on to turn 5 unless he like True Silvers. And I'm assuming he's not going to True Silver, so I think we could just go ahead and play the War Axe and just start knocking off some of these 1/1s. Feels bad, but I mean, he spent 4 mana developing 2 1/1s, so I only spent 2 mana killing off those, so basically I'm ahead 2 mana if you think about it like that. But he was able to kill my armor, which I armored up too, so it's like, I don't know. I'm ahead a little bit here, but it all depends. So he's actually playing mid-range. Okay, this is perfectly fine. Actually, it's not perfectly fine. It's one of our worst matchups. But I, in theory, we should be able to do quite well because we have 1 brawl already. So if he wants to go ham with the quartermaster, we can just brawl it out. We just have to make sure that we save our brawl until he quartermasters. Oh, that's interesting, you see, because we can't exactly deal with this flame juggler right now. But what we can do is slam it, draw 1 card, see what we get. And then we'll end our turn. So next turn, basically, we hope that he plays another card with 3 or less HP, and we can just revenge and kill the entire board. Muster for battle, if he plays it here, is pretty solid for us, because we can just revenge it down and then just go ahead and use our passive, followed up by boom the following turn. So coin into the 6-drop, Sylvanas comes to mind. I didn't see this one coming. So he's playing Shredder. Oh, I guess he could play Shredder too. For some reason, I was thinking mid-range because it was Shredder. But either way, okay. So Execute's pretty cool because we can actually just go ahead and revenge. And then the Avenge is going to pop on the Mysterious Challenger because it's the only thing left. And then it's going to resummon the Flame Juggler. And then it's going to... Oh, no, this was actually the first card out. So we actually can just execute this guy. And we'll just passive, and then Competitive Spirit will hit on his 1/1, making it a 2/2. And then the only other card, or the only secret he has is the Noble Sacrifice. Which is, you know, it doesn't really bother us right now because we have a boom coming out, and the boom bots can trigger the Noble Sac. Not that the boom bots wouldn't die anyway, and hopefully those could kill a creature. So I think we're okay. We're still at 30 health. So this is normally in the game, like if a warrior doesn't get a good start against a secret paladin, like we can start crying because it's not so good. But this is just fine. I mean, we're sitting at 30 health. We have a pretty strong late game. We have brawl if things get too not so nice. And we also have the slam for extra draw. So as long I have a feeling the card you just played is another Revenge. I don't think it's going. Ooh, True Silver's good, or True Heart's good. So I'm gonna boom in hopes that that's not Redemption, or not Redemption, Repentance. It looks like it is Repentance. So have mercy on my soul. That's what I was hoping it wasn't. It makes sense that he would play it out of his hand because it didn't come out of the Mysterious Challenger. But some players have gone about not playing Repentance. Like I don't play one in my Secret Paladin just because by the time they summon a card, if I'm having to I can just not deal with that card. And this is where Secret Paladin's really nice. As you can see, he followed up with another Mysterious Challenger. He summoned another secret out of his thing. He had the Divine Favor on his Hammer Recruit. It didn't die. It goes face. It doesn't even kill a creature. He goes face there. So this is where the Brawl comes in handy. How much damage is he pushing? Because I can actually Sylvanas. But the problem with that is if I buy Sylvanas, well, if it's an Avenge and I attack with this, wouldn't I want that to trigger? How do I want these triggers to go about doing what they do best? I really want to just Sylvanas here. But then we're going to take at least 10, 12, putting us at 12, meaning we're going to lose next turn.
No.
Or not next turn, but the following turn, because he can actually just, you know, silence this, and then it's just poopy sauce. I want to attack to pop that Noble Sac, and then, but I don't even have a creature to live, and I want creatures to live.
I gotta move.
Fuck it. All right, we'll deal with the secrets later on. All right, that's fine. I just didn't want Mysterious Challenger to live, and then the Avenge popping on that. So my bomb should ideally hit this guy, and we'll see if it hits him. Armor him. I was saying if my bomb would have hit him for like 2 or 3, then we could have slammed him and finished him off, but I didn't see the animation, so it was a close call there. But I think this is fine. Holy shit, the rag. Alright, so Drawing an Execute's fine. Drawing a Shield Slam's not okay. So Execute, BGH are 2 outs right now. We could go ahead and play the Sylvanas and armor up just to kind of play around it, or we could go one step further and slam this. But I like the Windrunner and I like the armor up. It's a little bit safer. And next route, if we don't want to play safe, then we can just slam this and kind of go after some cards. But Sylvanas should be fine here, ideally, if he doesn't have a silence. He also could play Tyrion, which would be a big deal. But it wouldn't be that bad, because then we take one and then we end up killing Boom. I guess he could Faceless. He could Faceless, True Silver Champion, go face for 4, both rags hit face. Jesus Christ, that'd be insane. So he's going to Iron Beak this Sylvanas, and he's going to... Jesus Christ, dude, this guy's... What the fuck? Alright, give me a brawl. I deserve a brawl. Alright, how should we... Give me a brawl. Alright, I got one more chance to grab a brawl. Yeah, BGH is okay.
I've got the beast in my sights.
Alright. I wish I would have slammed the Dr. Boom. I didn't think about getting the BGH. I was so focused on getting the brawl. So now we're going to take at least 9 here. Alright, so we're taking 12 blessings. Shield the Minibot. If I just draw into the brawl, I instantly win. Jeez, man, this guy is insane. Like, we were doing just fine, and then all of a sudden he just plays fucking a Mysterious Challenger into Mysterious Challenger into Ragnaros into Dr. Boom. Like, fuck me. Alright, so what happens if we bash that and then Shield Maiden, and then we're at 15, and this would be 8, this would be 11, 12, 13. That doesn't feel good. There's no way to basically kill anything because we attack with our weapon. It's just a noble sack. If we True Heart, that's essentially 6 armor we're gaining. But then he just swings his 3/3 into it. So we almost have to, like, hope that this bomb does not hit really high. I guess we could play the Shield Maiden and hopefully it hits the Shield Maiden and use our... No, but then we can't armor up and that only puts us at 17. But I guess it's better than not doing that. So this is fun. Okay. Works for me. Again, brawls are out. 13 cards to his 6. This is like, I don't know, 7.5 per, no, more than 7.5. It's around 7.5, like 7 to 8% chance to draw, probably somewhere around there. Knife Juggler, swing his bomb into it, muster for battle. Bomb hits for 2, and now he musters. Okay, so I guess Revenge wouldn't be that bad either. But it wouldn't take care of that Dr. Boom, really. Oh, man. So if we brawl, and let's say like a Silver Hand lives, we can come back. But if we brawl and Dr. Boom lives, we lose. But that's even if we draw brawl, which we did. Alright. Silver Hand recruit. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Up. Only the finest shit here at the end, folks. Only the finest shit. Only the fucking awesomest here at the end, folks. Losing against fucking rank 15, 13 Secret Paladin. It's good shit. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm just gonna look over to our comments and see what people had to say about some shit. Because that's some bullshit. Nice video end, but you could lower the in-game sound next time. I think I've addressed that. I got Golden Warlock because of you guys. Glad to hear it. Gabriel, I'm glad you learned a lot from our Warlock guys. Going against the Hunter, Huntard. I like Slam and I like True Heart. I do not like Boom, but this is so late game, so actually holding on to True Heart doesn't make sense here, but these two are fun. That's something I did want to discuss with you guys. Okay, so we've been receiving a lot of comments asking us to do deck guides on stuff, and not that I don't mind hearing your feedback, but before you make a recommendation for a deck guide, if you would like to just look in our deck guide section to see if we've done that deck guide, because like we've received over 5 comments in the past 2 days requesting decks on deck guides we posted within the past week. Not to say that I don't enjoy reading the comments, but comments like that it's kind of just like if you would have almost even remotely paid attention to the channel or even looked, you would have easily been able to see like the deck guides that you're asking for. Like one person asked for a Grim Patron deck guide, and that is literally posted 3 days ago. No, 3 days ago. I was right. It's the first deck guide. You go to the page and it's like it's like literally the top video in the top spot. So yeah, just please check. I have no problem, like I mentioned before, making deck guides on decks. That's what I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making them and I enjoy hearing your feedback. But just you know, look for a second and go from there. You're like, oh man, he hasn't done ancestral, no, what is it called? Communion Druid. I have no problem making a Communion Druid deck, even though I tried to last month, and I actually didn't even post the video, because we went 0-3 with it, but apparently this month it's really, really popular, and like, what's his name? A popular streamer, made a variation of that deck, and it's doing really well, and a lot of people are playing it. So I guess I can try his, maybe not his exact deck, but a form of his deck that I think would do fairly well. Because I have seen it, and it looks pretty fun. So I might check that out. Okay, so killing the mad scientist thins out his deck so he doesn't draw his secrets. Killing off the creeper doesn't really do anything. It actually worsens my field situation. We could just armor up and ignore what's going on, and then just play Elise next turn, but or we just swing our weapon into this and ignore what's going on, or we slam this, save our weapon, and ignore what's going on. I almost like keeping slam for like Houndmaster and stuff, but what would he play on turn 4? A Shredder. So we're gonna slam this. If he's playing mid-range, that is. Shredder or Houndmaster? If he's playing Houndmaster, then that's bad. Let's hope he's not playing Houndmaster. I actually lost a game versus a mid-range hunter. I played Elise, and then I drew. It was a pretty long game, and I had already tank up out, and he had. I just used it prematurely, and the car, like I lost out on like my shield blocks and stuff and my brawls, and he just swarmed my field, and I wasn't able to deal with basically anything he had going on. How you say him? So we can actually. I almost just like Elise here.
Do you have the artifact?
Wait, I guess we could have shield blocked there. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to make the assumption that one of those is a frozen trap, and if he returns my Elise back to my hand, I could play it again. I get 2 maps, which is more cycle, which is fine. But I guess drawing in the map sucks. There's a Huffer, which is fine. We can just swing our Elise into that. Oh, it's going to get returned to our hand. That's right. That's right. Alright. Maybe we'll go about this a different way. Oh, that's a pretty good way. I want to add a passive in there somewhere. So what if we... That's 3, and that only leaves 2 mana left over. That doesn't feel good.
Get back.
I really want to see if this is a frozen trap or not before he gets the eagle horn bow out.
Get back.
I'm interested to see what this is. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. We'll just shield block. Ah, that's also a good card. But it's fine, because we can just go ahead and brawl next turn. Ooh. 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 I like revenge.
I gotta move.
Ooh. We actually need to win 2 games now in order to get to rank 12. So hopefully this won't be a super long. Ooh, that's not good. But we still need to attack that haunted creeper to pop it either way. So Or we could brawl here and then a spider lives, but then we don't get to tank up. Revenge is just better. We take full event. We can play, you know, brawl at any time, but revenge is only going to get value when he has all these Hayosayame low creatures out. I don't know if you guys heard what was just going on in my house. It was like the loudest beeping sound ever. My dad apparently set off the master alarm, which isn't the normal alarm. You know, you walk into a house and it's like beep. Like this one was a fucking like boo, woo, woo. Like it was retarded. Oh, did you just silence my death alert? What the fuck? What? Okay. I accept. Fuck. Who does such a thing? Like, why? I guess if you're playing on your phone, maybe like the cursor, you get fat thumbs or some shit, but man, that's such... Alright. Everybody makes mistakes. Oh fuck, somebody's been blowing the fuck out of my phone. My dad just sent me a text. He's like, oops. Fucking master alarms. When that alarm goes off, like, if you can hear, like, let's say I knew he wasn't home and that alarm goes off, instantly you will see me dash and run as fast as possible to the nearest sort of weaponry in the household, and then Robbie's in pure defense position. We're talking fucking, you're gonna see me doing some jujitsu shit, martial art madness going on in here, because ain't nobody breaking into my house and stealing my green screen. This is my green screen! No, seriously though, I would literally fucking turn into like the ultimate Jew master and fucking just start stabbing shit. Pull out fucking ninja stars, and I got a whole bunch of stuff hiding around in this room that I could use for defensive maneuvers. I hold out in this room. It's like the burglar, he's like on radio with his friends and he's like, yo, so this was not the right house to, you know, break into and steal from, because there's like some crazy ass fucker in there throwing ninja stars through the window and we haven't even broke in yet. This was not the right house to steal from, Bob. Fucking Bob. Which is literally a term for Rob, which is who I am, so I don't know why I came up with Bob. Rob stealing his own shit. I need to watch out for that. Sorry for that little rant there. It's kind of scary because that's the shit I think about while playing this game too. I just don't say it. Oh man. If you guys could listen to some of the stupid shit me and Tony say in the office. Like if we had like a 24-hour camera just like on the office and like just like a live stream of the office of me, Tony, and Jeff during our day. Oh my god. That would be like literally real world TV all the time. Like the stupidest stuff. Oh my god. Alright. I actually got a story for you guys that we're just gonna ice block. There's no other move here. Alright, so, and he's playing Tempo Mage due to the unstable portal. So, we work out of a manufacturing company just because we were able to get the conference room to ourselves over there, and there was a vendor coming in, or was it the accountant? I don't know. There was a vendor or an accountant talking to one of our other reps, and then the conference room that they talk in is only 2 doors down from the office that me and Tony and Jeff are in. So, oh man, this feels bad. I should have paid attention to that death bite and attacked the war axe, and then he would have... I guess I would have gave away we had that though, but I suppose we could just like shield slam this and then shield block and then save the weapon. I like that. I almost like this. I like it enough to do it. Me and Tony were talking. We were just goofing around. And what exactly were we talking about? We were talking about something. And apparently our door was open. And apparently the door that the conference was happening was open too. And then me and Tony start saying this stupid shit. I was like, send them to the elimination chambers. And Tony's like, let's nuke them all. In like the stupidest voices. And Jeff looks at us and then like kind of looks at the door and just keeps letting us do some like saying really dumb shit. And then when we're done, Jeff goes, by the way guys, the door's open. And we and Tony are like with these horrified faces are like, and the door was open, and the door in the other room was open, and all you heard was them stop talking when we stopped talking, so they were like, oh my god, they heard us, it was terrible. to the elimination chamber. Like, who the fuck's that? Oh my god, it was funny. Alright, so what do we got going on here? I guess we could... Alright, so... We know he's playing tempo. For some reason, tempo players love to play duplicates now, but I think this is a mirror entity. If it's a mirror entity playing the Deathlord, it's fine. Well, fudge. Alright, we're just going to armor up and then turn. So I'm assuming that this is now going to be a counterspell, and if it's a counterspell, there's really nothing in our hand that we have to worry about casting anytime soon. I mean, I guess the Execute and the Bash are what we'd cast, but it's not really that big of a deal. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to use a lot of his spells to take care of this Deathlord, even his Mad Scientist. And it's going to summon a creature for him, probably... Okay, that's fine. We can just kill that off with our weapon. He plays another spell, so this is actually going to be the mirror entity. And kill this. It could in fact be a duplicate. Let's see which one was which. No duplicate here, so it looks like it was the mirror. So we're just gonna weapon up, armor up, and then turn. He only has 3 cards in hand, so as long as he doesn't draw Arcane Intellect, we should be able to easily outvalue him here. Next turn, I'll attack with the weapon next turn, and then the following turn we can Shield Maiden, and then since the weapon will have the Death Rattle, we'll actually be able to kill the Shield Maiden that it summons next turn. We can actually pop that counterspell if it is a counterspell, which I really think one of these is. Let's see. Okay, so the original one was a counterspell, the first one, which means the second one's definitely a mirror entity. So we're going to swing in with our weapon, passive, and we're going to end turn here, and then Shield Maiden is next turn along with a passive, and we actually can kill that Shield Maiden, which is good. This guy has a legend card back, which means he's been to legend before. He's had the power. The power. Thundercats. Ho! Oh man, so we can actually... Wow, we can Belcher, kill this. No, kill that and bash. That's pretty fantastic. Right? Belcher, bash, swing, 5, 1, 3. The numbers, what do they mean? Alright, so we're gonna Belcher. And the reason we're gonna Belcher is because we want to bash in the same turn. So we can actually kill this Belcher right here. And then Death Rattle goes a Lamau. And then we bash the Azure Drake. Pretty good stuff. Okay. Slam executes a pretty good combo if he decides he wants to play Dr. 7, which for some reason we can never draw on time. It's fine though, we've got Hellscream. I guess we could just play Hellscream and smack a smacks into the slimes. Or we could just leave it as a 4/9 so he can't BGH it, and Fireball doesn't kill it. Well, it only brings it down to 8, so Fireball wouldn't kill it anyway unless he has a Polymorph. We know he doesn't run Polymorph because he runs Arcane Blast.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. He's just going to ping it, and that's all. And that's all, folks. If he plays a secret, it's a duplicate. Alright, no secret. Okay. Hellscream's fine. Swingity swing, swingity swing. So he actually can Fireball ping this, which is fine, because then next turn we can just go Shield Maiden passive, or we can go Elise passive Slam. Oh no, we can go Shield Maiden passive Slam. What am I doing? This is only 8 mana, while this is 10. We want to utilize all those mana crystals. Definitely he's going to Fireball this. Fireball ping is definitely a route he's going to take. He does not want to take the Hellscream Angler to the face hole. Ooh! Wow, Frostbolt to stop him from attacking. A Lamau. So this is what we were saving kind of our Slam execute for. Alright, so we'll Slam first to see what kind of goodness we get. Revenge, not so good. I'm going to play some of this. I guess we could at least passive, or we can Shield Maiden. I think Shield Maiden's a little bit better because she's a 5/5, as this is just a 3/5, and it puts a little bit more pressure on the board. We are weak to Flame Strike, though, so I'm assuming this Mage Hayusayama does not run the Flame Strike, because Flame Strike is a very not so popular card amongst the tempo mages. I actually play 1 Flame Strike in mine, just because of this specific reason right here. But you could actually get Flame Strike from the Conjurer, which is a good card to play, by the way. At first I didn't really like the Conjurer, but then it kind of grew on me. Oh fuck. Wow. That worked out pretty well for him. Well, this has 6 attack, and we literally takes everything on our side of the field to kill this 6/3. Feels not so good. Feels not so good. Alright, we're gonna Shield Maiden Annalise. It's going to take both his attacks to get through here. This does die to a Flame Strike, though.
Taste my blade. Taste my blade.
We'll just go face.
Brace for impact.
Putting in that heavy damage right now. Good stuff. That 3 damage to face with an accumulative cost of 8, 5, 13, 5. So 18 mana on the field essentially did 3 damage. Feels good. We'll use both attacks. Or will he Frostbolt that slime? Forgotten Torch, that's a good card because it puts a Roaring Torch in his deck that he made out of the Conjurer. So now we know what the Conjurer has conjured. He's gonna kill the 5/5. Okay, that's basically expected. Yeah, he's gonna ping that. Okay. Slam, pretty good here. What do we want to slam? Probably the thing that freezes us. Bash. Bash is pretty good. What do we want to bash? Probably the thing that freezes us. And we want to swing into this as that lives, and then we will just go face. We can go Harrison too, which I don't find a problem with, because he's never going to play a weapon. Justicar, and we basically just win. Dr. Boom, we win. Shield block for good cycles. Uses Fireball to clear, so he's using his burst to deal with us. Also, the fact that we have, you know, a lot of armor helps. Map to the Golden Monkey, that's pretty good. What if we draw the monkey right now? I would play it. We're both in a situation. Oh, True Heart. Alright, so we're going to play True Heart and then passive, and not passive then True Heart, because we're at 8 mana. And I think this is where he might concede. And if you see that cool animation with the hammer, that's why Magni's so cool. You armor up. I don't think I've ever had Hellscream live this long before. I mean, he's pretty weak, but nonetheless, he's still Hellscream. He's still mad, and he's still glowing red. I do not feel like executing that 3. That 3/4 is worth it. Or the 3/2. Edric the Pure just fucked us here, though, man. Unstable Portal Edric literally just held off the game for him. At any time, though, we can draw that monkey, and it's basically game how you say it over. Any new comments? Any new comments? Any new comments? Flame Cannon. Nice. So basically, with what he has on the field, we don't gain any armor, we don't lose any armor. Sylvanas is good.
I have no time for games.
Okay. Unfortunately, he can just 3/2 into it, ping, not do anything, ping. But I mean, if we draw a weapon at that point, then he took 5, he's at 9. But then in a weapon max, he's gonna do 8. So then he's at 1. So it's gonna take another creature after this. Yeah, good for him. Don't play a creature. Why? Why would you play a creature? Why? Why? Why?
Let none survive.
There's no good reason to play a creature. Like, you could have just pinged it, waited, you're gonna take 5 nonetheless, ping it next turn, then Azure Drake. Why would you play an Azure Drake when Sylvanas is on the field? You even damaged it. If you weren't going to damage it and just play the Azure Drake, that's fine, because then I couldn't kill my own Sylvanas. But I actually could, because I drew the Shield Slam, and I would have actually gotten the Azure Drake at a 4/4. But nonetheless, you didn't know that. So using Revenge here may have not been the best, how you say, at play, but it's fun. Warshack. Okay, so how do we want to do this? This is 7. We actually can just push lead. 41 Shield Slam. Ooh, that +1 because the Azure Drake spell power really put in a damper there. So if he has a taunt, he can live. If he doesn't have a taunt, he dies. And as we know, Tempo Mage has no heal, has no taunts, unless they unstable portal into it, or unless he teched in some shit. Plays Reno Jackson right now. Have mercy. But he's played duplicates. He's played them duplicates. Or those cards with multiple than one in his deck. That's the second apprentice. Mirror image. Wow, 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 wow. Alright. 7 cards left. Give me a brawl. We haven't played any brawls yet. 7 cards left. See? You just ask for it. When life gives you no cards, you ask for brawl and you get it. And now a taunt. Will it kill both taunts? It does. There we go, fence. I mean, 2 brawls, 7 cards left, guys. Pretty high chance. That's like at least 30% chance or some bullshit. Alright. Rank 12. That's a pretty long road to legend just because we lost that one game against the Secret Paladin. Then we had to turn around and win 2 more. So, anyway, to wrap this up, thank you for Magni. I really appreciate it, Fuseman, as it is my, like I mentioned, favorite kind of class to play, and he looks really cool in it. So that's cool. Along with that, I think that's it. Always glad having you guys here at the end. I'm Warshack, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.